the Bible's supposed to be read precept upon precept. Here little, there little, to get the understanding. Christianity, religion told you just read the whole Bible and pray on it. No, that ain't how you do it. God got instructions on how to read it. Some pastors, your leaders, refuse to go with this Bible to give you the solution. But right now, today, that time is up. There's no more giving you lies. You're not African. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. According to the Bible. And it's time you went out of sleep. Christianity is a damn cure. Christianity is a curse to our people. Do you understand what you are listening to is the Bible?
And your reality, like, guess what? This is reality. This is reality. We're going to show you what. You have destroyed yourself.
So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you, we're warning you.
Have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhoods?
But God calls you a special, set-apart people. Give me that Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. God calls you a chosen people above all other nations on the planet. But you refuse to listen and hearken to what makes you separate. What makes you apart from other nations. Let's find out what the Bible says.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people. God calls the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that descend from the slave trade, he called you holy. The word holy means separate, set apart, not to be mingled with the others. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord, unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee. So since the beginning of time, God said he has chosen you. He chose you to be separate, not mingled with the other nations. Not celebrating Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. All these wicked things, God has calling you to be separate. He gave us high holy days. We have Hanukkah on its way. The Feast of Dedication. We have a Passover on its way. You must search out your true heritage according to the Bible. Read. Has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people. I know a lot of people don't like that. They don't like that word right there, to be separate, set apart. All right, because you've been taught in school that we are all the same. But no, that's not according to God. God called the so-called black man and Hispanic man special people.
That's right.
He gave you special laws to set you apart. He gave you special high holy days to set you apart. But now through our upbringing, we have been deceived. We have been deceived to trick and to be thinking that we are all the same. That is a false doctrine upon the earth. Give me that. Colossians 2:8. Give me Colossians 2:8. All right? God calls the black man special above all people. But now we walk around in blindness and darkness. All right? Why? Why are we still walking in blindness and darkness? Read. Sis, I got a question for you. How you doing? All right, we got a, what holiday is coming up this day? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, come on. According to the Bible, did God give us permission to celebrate Thanksgiving? Brother, I got a question for you too. You heard? According to the Bible, how you doing? What's your name? Sean? All right, I'm Severus. Hey, how you doing, brother? All right. Sis, don't do all praises. All right. Before you go, what's your name? Emmanuel. Okay, you know what we're going over, Emmanuel? We're going over not only the Bible, but your true nationality and what you're commanded to do according to the Bible.
That's right.
Because we don't want you to just walk away and then you walk away in ignorance and you just hyped up all the juice on YouTube. We don't want that glory. We want you to walk away knowing who you are and what to do. All right? That's very important, Emmanuel. All right, so we're going to go over little key things for you to understand. Read.
Bring it out.
Give me that. Deuteronomy. Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness.
So the Israelites, right, when they came out of Egypt, what were their status when they were in Egypt, first of all? They were slaves, right? Okay, they were slaves. So now they're out of slavery. Now they're standing before Moses, the leaders who brought them out. And Moses is giving the Israelites commandments, laws, statutes. What's the importance of laws and statutes? Do you know? What importance of it? Yeah.
That's for giving order and structure.
There you go.
That's right.
Every kingdom, every structure, in order for it to maintain itself or to work properly, it must have what the brother just said, order.
Right.
All right, and that's what the commandments are supposed to do.
That's
give us
right.
order,
Right.
give us structure. All right, but this society he teaches you what? That you can do whatever you want. Is that according to God? No. So what's more important, for us to listen to God or listen to men? Don't go nowhere now. When we, you got all right. You got a fly in your hand. All right. Don't wait too long, brother. Do not wait too long. Okay. So you understand that? You understand that without God's laws, without laws, the black man, Hispanic man, he is lost.
Right.
All right. Even his nationality. That's why he clings on to other religions, or he clings on to the name African American,
right.
Haitian. Right. He clings on to those names, not knowing the truth that God gave him. What he called them, right? He called him Judah.
That's me right here.
Which one? Levi. All right. All praises. You see that? You're glad you understand that. So now, the so-called Haitians, right? They cling on to, you know, witchcraft and all these things. But God said, no, I gave you something way superior. Give me Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1.
Bring it out.
All right, Leviticus 18 and 1. I want you to pay attention, because he always commands us over and over, come out of them. Don't mingle with the other nations.
Right.
Because what they're going to do is they're going to force you to, eventually you're going to take on their ways. You're going to celebrate Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, all these things that God is totally against.
Right. Leviticus chapter 18 verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
You're always going to see that. Speak unto the children of Israel. Christ, when he went, he spoke to the children of Israel. Over the same thing happening over and over throughout the whole Bible.
Right. That's right. And say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein you dwelt, shall you not do.
You see that? So God had to tell the Israelites, listen, I know you just came out of Egypt. You were serving them, serving their gods. So when you up in your land now, you must do what I ask you to do. Right. Not the ways of your captors, not the ways of the other nations, but I'm giving you set apart laws. All right? Like society gives you Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
What some of the days that God gave you? Do you know them? He gave you the Sabbath. All praises. I'm glad you understand that. What else? We got a holiday coming up, a high holy day coming up real soon. You know about that one?
Nah, I'm still learning. I'm beginning my little.
Good. All praises. That's very. There you go. All praises. So you
my beard.
You letting it grow. I see that.
It just takes long.
It takes time. So you grow whatever you can. All right. Whatever the Most High endows on you, you take it and you apply it to the best of your ability. All praises. So I'm glad you understand that. So now you gotta understand how the importance of it, because he said, first of all, learn not the way of the Egyptians.
Right.
Why would he instruct his people not to do that?
That's not his way.
That's not his way. Give me Proverbs 3 and 5.
Bring it out. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding.
Because our own understanding, when we grow up coming up from these schools, is we learned about Thanksgiving, drawing the turkey, right? Drawing the Christmas tree. We were brought up in that. So now you have children. Okay, so when you have children, or your nephews, whoever the children you encounter, you know how to bring them up. Not in the way of this world or this society or America, but bring them up in what? In the ways of God. All right, because he gave us instructions. He gave us way to eat, the feast days to celebrate, how to dress, like you just mentioned,
right.
How a brother's supposed to have a beard, how a women's supposed to dress how?
Like a woman.
Like a woman. How's a woman supposed to dress?
Not with pants on.
Not with pants on.
That's
all
right.
praises. So now you know exactly how to instruct the youth when they come around. You read that.
Verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him.
You see that? He says in all your ways acknowledge him. And every decision making you make, you got to acknowledge him. All right, because you are Israelite. So part of your heritage is the commandments of God.
Right.
So if you don't know nothing, you got to be around brothers that do know something. Right. Get in Proverbs, was it 13:22? So you got to be around brothers that believe. So today's the Sabbath day, right? So where you should be?
I should be
all right. So now today you got to make an effort. Well, you just came from work. All right. So now you need to make that effort to see if you get those days off. I know our bosses, they harsh on us now, especially with this. So you got to make an effort or begin to eventually set your mind on finding another job that'll allow you to keep the high holy day, all right, the Sabbath day.
Saturday is the Sabbath. Yeah.
Right, this is the Sabbath day. This is the day the Most High set apart for Israel.
That's right.
You finished that?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I want? No, 13 and 22. Come on.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children.
So the Most High is a good man. He left an inheritance for us. This whole earth was supposed to be for us.
Right.
But we, because through disobedience, we neglected that. Jump up to verse 20. Yeah, 20. Give me.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. He that walketh with wise men.
See that? He that walketh with wise men
shall be wise.
So you are commanded to be around wise men. Brothers that are keeping the commandments of God.
Right.
Those brothers who will help you find fringes.
Right.
All right, the brothers that help you. So that's what you need to be around. Read
it out. But a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
So you know what that part means? What that part means? There you go. And most of our people, that's what they do. They hang around fools.
That's right.
Not brothers that's going to show them how to keep God's commandments or do the things that are pleasing unto the Lord.
Right.
You understand that? So it's very important that you make haste to hurry up and keep God's law. Be around your brothers on the Sabbath day. You got a fly on you? The address is right there. All right. It is also a number where, yeah, we right down the street. Not too far. Right under the bridge. As soon as you go under the bridge.
I'm from Miami.
What part of Miami?
City.
Okay, well, I'm from Little Haiti. So, yeah, I'm right there on the west side. As soon as you go on 32nd Avenue, Northwest, I'm on that side. All right, so it's nothing. It's a 30-minute drive. But you're doing it for who? You're doing it for the Most High God. Right? So once you make that effort, He's not going to neglect you of your good works. Give me that script. Give me. Yeah, He's not righteous. Watch this. Right. So your good works is going to be seen, but you have to put in the effort. You can't just say, okay, I tried. Who did you call? You didn't call nobody. All right. Hey, any brothers heading up that way? Sure, if you're making an effort to keep the Sabbath day, of course the Most High put the Spirit on a brother. Hey, I'll come scoop you up. But first, you got to show yourself worthy to the Most High.
That's right.
Which we got brothers who travel all the way from West Palm Beach, catching trains. We got people who live in Port St. Lucie, 3 hours away. All right, Homestead, and they still come and make it to the Sabbath. All right, so brother, you don't got no excuse no more. All right, so make an effort. Read.
Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For God is not unrighteous to forget your work of labor of love.
See that? He's not unrighteous. He'll acknowledge your good work. He'll acknowledge, all right, this one right here, he's making an effort. He's making an effort to keep my commandments. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up the doors for him. I'm going to make a way for him easy. His boss didn't want to give him the Sabbath day off. You know what? I'm going to make it easy for him. I'm going to soften his heart. Or, you know what? Another better paying job just opened up that is going to allow you to keep the high holy day. It's going to happen. But you have to put in the effort. You understand? Because remember, the Most High is proving all of us. Give me a Sirach 2:1. He's proving us. So every time you get a little closer to doing the will of the Most High God, it's going to be a little obstacle in front of you. There's going to be an obstacle in front of you, but you have to acknowledge, all right, this is the Most High proving me, and you have to overcome it. You got what I want?
Yeah. Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
So when you decide, yes, I'm going to keep God's commandments to the best of my ability. I want to come to the Sabbath day. I want to come to the new moon. Read.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
See that? Prepare yourself. Get ready. It's going to be a fight. All right? It's going to be an obstacle, but you're not by yourself.
That's right.
Read.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Constantly endure. That means don't just, all right, I called, I did this, I'm done. All right, I already tried. I already asked my boss. No, keep fighting. All right, you already asked them. All right, wait a couple weeks. All right, you should fill out other applications. See who's hiring. All right, you're trying to make an effort to keep God's commandments. Read.
That's right. And make not haste in time of trouble.
It says don't make haste in time of trouble. So you got to do it. Even when you see it's getting hard for you, still try, still fight. Okay, that means get everything in order. Are you doing the things pleasing to God? All right. Are you treating your sisters righteously? Because you won't find boyfriend and girlfriend in the Bible. All right. So you got to get everything in order. When you come to serve the Lord, you got to cut off a couple of people from your life. All right. So like I was just bringing out, you have a girlfriend? Yeah, you got a little lady. See, all right, now, see, that's important. Because, remember, those are, is she from one of the 12 tribes of Israel? Okay, so now what is the commandment that God commanded us as men to deal with our sisters? How should we deal with our sisters? Okay, can't be adulterous. But adultery is marriage involved, right? You got what I want? Come on.
Exodus chapter 22. In verse 16,
bring it out.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
See that? It said if you lay with her, you have to stay with her. You understand? You have to marry that sister. Because that's righteous in the eyes of God.
That's right.
Give me Hebrews 13. Watch. You have to marry her. Because listen. Watch.
But she older than me though.
Oh, that's no difference. She's still your sister. She's from the 12 tribes of Israel. She's a daughter of the living God.
That's right.
You understand? So you got to treat her righteously. We've been dogging these sisters out for too long.
Right.
That's why they don't respect us, first of all. They quick to yell at you, call you nigga, right? Call the police on you, because we not taking them uprightly how God commanded us to do.
Right.
That's why they can't respect us. Right. So it's time for us to stand up like men.
That's right.
And take up what's ours.
Right.
Read.
Hebrews chapter 13 in verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
See that? The whoremongers is brothers that's jumping from vagina to vagina.
Right.
Sleeping with this, got a slide off, a jump off. You're not married to her. You got a baby mama here, baby mama there. The Most High said, no, you ain't getting the kingdom walking like that.
Right.
He said, I value marriage.
Right.
All right. Marriage is very honorable to me. So you as a believer, what should you be doing? Right. Either you can't deal with her no more. All right. Got to separate yourself from her. If you bring this to her, if she's not willing to be a righteous woman, because according to the Bible, a righteous woman is not wearing pants. All right. She's keeping the Sabbath day just like you want to keep the Sabbath day. All right. Head wrap. All right. When the Bible come out, all these things. If she's not willing to do that, then she ain't for you.
Right.
All right. That means you got to change first so you can set a proper example. You understand that? Because remember, God the Most High, you are a direct image of the Most High God.
That's
so
right.
You think you're going to mistreat his name, dirty his name out here?
Bring it out.
Oh, man, he's going to put you to death. All right, so you got to get yourself right so she could get right.
Right.
Either she going to get right or you got to leave her alone.
Right.
You understand? There you go. But you have to be married to her, brother.
That's
all right. You can't keep slaying with the sister and becoming a whoremonger. Read that last part again.
And
call it a read.
Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4.
When you go home, read that. Read that scripture. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4.
The last part. But the marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
He said he will judge you. What's some of the judgments that he put on whoremongers? Brothers that like to sleep with multiple women. What's one of the judgments? I want you to tell me. What's one of the punishments God put on a brother that like to jump from woman to woman? He's sleeping all over the place. What's one of them? Okay. What about
Hebrews, right?
Hebrews chapter 13 and 4. Okay. Well, we're going to read about one of the punishments that he put on brothers who like to do that, and women too, who like to jump from brother to brother. God got something set up for all that. Okay, because he said, wait a minute, I made this very important. And if you don't do it, what you think the punishment going to be? It's set up. We're going to get that. Deuteronomy 28:61. No, 13 and 4. You want to read along? Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 61. Also, every sickness.
Every what?
Every sickness.
Every what?
Every sickness.
So again, I'm going to ask you. This Bible said every sickness.
Bring it out.
What some of the sicknesses that follow a brother or sister that like to have multiple partners?
Bring it out.
HIV, what else? AIDS, what else? You got STDs, you got that fire, right? So, chlamydia, All these things are reserved for the whoremonger. They're reserved for the whore that like to jump from brothers to brothers. You understand that? So now that's why he said, you better respect my marriage. Because think about it, brother. If a brother and a woman say, you know what, we're going to stay faithful to one another 100%. All right? Do they have to, hold on before you go, do they have to worry about STDs? No. So now it behooves you to make sure you take this Bible serious.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.